Good morning, everybody. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Today is a glorious day. Yesterday, I was able to meet up with two amazing Palantir community members. We have the famous Ether Squared. He's the guy that comes out with all the dossiers. He works so hard to see if the links of Palantir Foundry actually work. And this is how the Palantir community many times know that Palantir is working with a certain company before the media hits the news that Palantir is working with a certain company. For example, BMW, and of course, the example of Hertz. Palantir announces that they're working with Hertz, and Palantir community knew this over a year ago. It's a very, very interesting situation. So shout out to Ether Squared. He came here all the way from Spain with his buddy. We drank a beer, broke some bread, and we spoke. It's really, really nice to get to know the community, get some feedback from them, and just all around know what you guys are up to. And then, of course, we have Palantir's Palantir. My man Adam, he's from Long Island. He came down as well. He actually runs the Palantir Discord. I have a link to that down below in the description. Guys, thank you so much for coming down to the city. I had a blast. Thank you for inviting me. I really enjoyed speaking to you, and I really, really just enjoyed understanding the culture of where my subscribers are, of course, and of where the Palantir mindset is. So thank you so much to Adam. Thank you so much to Ether Squared. I appreciate both of you guys. In today's video, I have a very, very interesting video. I'm going to be talking off of my dome, and I'm going to be covering three things. A lot of people are worried about, hey, Adam, Palantir is not growing at the rate that they're stating that they were supposed to grow. Yes, Palantir is not hitting the 30% CAGR. I get it. It's very frustrating. I'm as frustrated as you are. But let's think about the bigger picture. Palantir is increasing their clients, and this is the main thing. Why is this the main thing? Palantir always starts with a small contract, and then they expand on their contracts, so on, so on, so on. Why is it important that they're expanding their clients? Because, yeah, maybe the growth rate is going to be like this in terms of clients, and the revenue growth rate is a lot slower, right? Eventually, as we're going to extend the contracts with these specific clients and the contracts from our top clients keeps going up, 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 the revenues are going to catch up to the client acquisition and client growth. Guys, if you like this type of video, please in the comments let me know what you guys think overall is happening with Palantir. I'll do my best to answer all of your comments. While you're down there, please give me the likes, the share, subscribe, and the ding, ding, ding bell so you're always notified of my videos because I work very, very hard to try to give you the most up-to-date data. Sit back, relax, grab your coffee, and let's get right into it. In today's video, I want to talk about three things. I want to talk about three contracts that are expanding. The first contract is going to be the Titan program. The second contract is going to be the NHS England program. And the third contract is going to be the Department of Defense Level 6 Clearance Cloud Servicing. Okay. I just wanted to stop the video and I wanted to give a very heartfelt thank you to all of the veterans. Today is Veterans Day. Yesterday was Marine Birthday Day. Guys, thank you so much for serving our country. As you know, I'm super, super appreciative of the sacrifices that you guys did. Now, I didn't serve myself, but a lot of the people from the Wolf Pack, these are like my biggest subscribers. We talk all the time. They served in the military, probably half or more. So I want to give a huge, huge shout out to the people that served in the military and an even bigger shout out to my group of people that served in the military. Thank you so much. And honestly, they serve in all branches of the military. These guys are absolutely fantastic. We're always making jokes. Navy and Marines and US Army, Air Force, and they're all like clowning on each other. It's the best. It's really, really hilarious. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for serving. Be who you guys are. Thank you for your service. God bless you. God bless your family. Have a great day. The first contract, Titan program. Now, Titan program was created by the United States military. Literally, this is what it says. The Titan program brings together a variety of systems, technologies, and vendors to ensure scalability. Palantir's modular open system architecture will be the critical backbone that provides correlation, fusion, and integration of sensor data alongside insights from AI and ML, artificial intelligence and machine learning. Overlaid at the tactical edge with Titan, the Army will be able to merge varied data from a rapidly proliferating series of sensors, enabling frontline forces to gain situational awareness and make real-time decisions and transformative speeds. The effort is a critical enabler that advances the armies towards JADC2 and deters the near-peer threat. The Army awards $36 million to Raytheon and Palantir to build prototypes. They awarded this in June. This is going to be a 14-month prototype building phase. After 14 months, we're going to get some more information. Could be sooner, could be later, but as per the articles, it's 14 months. Raytheon, I don't know who they partnered up with. Palantir partnered up with Anduril. Anduril is the hardware and Palantir is the software. As Palantir said, we are the backbone of the Titan program, which means we're the software. We're connecting everything. Now, I went over this in detail in some other videos. I just want to explain to you. This is nearly a $1 billion contract, if won. Now, the $1 billion contract is broken down over a long period of time. However, this is not the first time that the Army is working with Palantir, not the second time, not the third time, so on and so forth. They literally just awarded them like a $229 million contract. I went over it in my other videos. The point is, we start small and we expand. This is not only the government business, but also the commercial business. In today's video, I'm just happy to be talking about 3 government businesses, 3 government contracts, but this can correlate to commercial just as easy. If Palantir gets this contract, this is a major win for Palantir, and they're going to keep growing their contracts, they're going to keep growing their money, and this is going to be integrated into other sources, into other branches of the military, into many different terrains and domains, right? Land, sea, air, space. Yeah, space. Pretty crazy. So it's very important to see that we start and then we expand. So this is nearly $1 billion opportunity. And once you use Palantir, you go carp, you're never going to go dark. What does this mean? They're going to expand to the contract even more once the contract is expiring, right? So again, $1 billion opportunity. Second $1 billion opportunity that I want to talk about is the NHS contract. The NHS contract right now is valued at £360 million over 5 years. It was originally supposed to be $240 million over 3 years, so this was extended. However, a lot of people, including myself, believe that this is a £1 billion over 10 years. Why? The NHS right now is doing a complete rehaul of the entire NHS system, National Health Services. And this is basically the public health of England, the public health of the UK. And they're doing a federated system. It's broken down to 5 different parts, and Palantir is bidding for it. Palantir keeps extending their contracts with the NHS. They worked with them with PPP, they worked with them with COVID, vaccines, so on and so forth. Matter of fact, they just extended a contract with Palantir, a smaller contract for just a couple of million. And the point is, you start small and you keep expanding. Same thing with the military. You start small, you keep expanding. If Palantir gets this contract, once 5 years is up, what do you think is going to happen? You think they're just going to drop the entire system if it's working? No, they're going to keep expanding on the system. So there's a big opportunity to keep growing. So the Titan program, $1 billion, and the NHS, $1 billion. Now, don't be naive and say this is pure profits. This is going to come in right away. No, but this is an example of Palantir growing and a huge opportunity to funnel in a lot of money, a lot of revenue. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because I know a lot of people are worried about, hey, Palantir is growing customers, but Palantir is not growing revenue. Adam, what the F is going on? And I feel you and I understand you. But if you zoom out a little bit, you can see that Palantir starts with small contracts and they keep expanding them. And I go into detail a lot more in my other videos, which feel free to watch. I'm going to leave a link to it at the end of this video. Now, we're going to know about the Titan program in around 14 months. We're going to know about the NHS program sometime next year. Besides for this, Palantir is building a new office right next to the NHS headquarters. They hired 2 of the senior officials from the NHS program. They left the NHS and now they magically work for Palantir. And the people that they're hiring are directly part of the AI acquisitions department of NHS. So really, really good. And Shyam Shankar says that medical care is an untapped market. Palantir is working with commercial supply chain distributions for healthcare providers, so on and so forth. So Palantir is noticeably getting into healthcare. And I keep saying that government contracts, although they don't correlate directly to commercial contracts, there is undoubtedly a connection there. What's good for the geese is good for the gander. What's good for the military most certainly is good for our largest corporations. So you have the Titan program, which we're going to get an answer in sometime 3rd quarter of next year. Probably somewhere around 2nd quarter of next year, we're going to get something about the NHS. Third contract that I want to talk to you about is the Department of Defense. The Department of Defense is awarding a major $9 billion cloud contract. Around a month ago, Palantir gets into level 6 clearance with the Department of Defense. They're one of only 3 companies that have this level 6 clearance. The companies are Microsoft, Amazon, which together are worth nearly $3 trillion. And then you have Palantir, which is worth like $15 billion. I don't know how much of this contract Palantir is getting. is not getting or can possibly get. And I don't know how the distribution is going to be. All I know is Microsoft was supposed to get the contract. Amazon beefed with Donald Trump and the Trump administration at the time, and this contract was reopened. And now you have a $9 billion contract up for grabs. How much can go to Palantir? Well, if you take 33%, 33%, 33%, that's $3 billion each. Let's say Palantir is not even going to get a third. Can Palantir get a third of a third? Possibly. Can Palantir get around a 12% share or something? Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Can this be a $1 billion opportunity? Yeah. Now, if Palantir outperforms and outpaces if Palantir outperforms and outpaces Microsoft and Amazon, can they take all their cookies in the future? Yeah, absolutely. So this gives another opportunity for Palantir to grow and get market share. So these are literally $3 billion opportunities. Now, when Alex Karp was talking, now when I say $3 billion opportunity, think about it. We just surpassed $1 billion in government, $1 billion in commercial, right? $1 billion in both sectors of Palantir. So these are really, really big news. So I'm not one of these moon boys. I'm not one of these people like, to the moon, there's nothing wrong with Palantir. Yeah, I see issues. Do I see something Palantir sucks? No, I see a company that does amazing work, has a moat around them, and they do something that other companies cannot do. And for me, that is undeniable. I also see macroeconomy sucks. I see that commercial businesses are spending less. I see that governments all around the world have only a certain amount of money that they could spend. And I see that Palantir does a shit ton of work in geopolitical situations like Ukraine, rumor, assumed, allegedly, that they're going to get money later on from all of this. Also, there's undoubtedly a situation right now between China and Taiwan, which sucks, and I hope that this doesn't happen, but undoubtedly Palantir is going to be there as well. So although I recognize that Palantir is not performing like they said they would perform, I also recognize that Palantir is, in fact, increasing the amount of money that their top clients are bringing in. I also recognize the fact that Palantir is growing customer base, which was always a huge issue. And I also recognize the fact that once you go carp, you'll never go dark. You start small and you expand and expand and expand and expand. I also recognize that Palantir is coming out with new products. It's not just Foundry. It's not just Gotham. It's not just Apollo. It's not just Edge. It's not just Meta Constellation. There's going to be other products that are going to be coming out. When? No idea. As per Carp, hey, we do a lot of things. We F them up and we don't put them on market. You know, we're not perfect. We have research and development. We come out with products. They don't always work. But when they do work, it's a home run. And total addressable market is boom, boom, boom. So as Gotham is reaching the maximized total addressable market, because there's only so much government spending that's going to happen, although I believe government spending is going to increase, specifically military, from $800 billion that we're spending now to $1 trillion as per Bank of America, and I agree with that in 2026. Then you have Foundry. Total addressable market is still so small, which is basically the entire commercial sector. And when we're able to scale down, we're going to be able to reach even more clients and show them what we could do and expand. Now, Palantir is doing crazy demo days, right? Where you see Tyson Foods speaking and Swiss Re speaking and Jacobs was speaking, how Palantir is literally saving companies millions and tens of millions and hundreds of millions worth of dollars in research and development and supply chain and coordination, AI, machine learning. This is undoubtedly, it's not like Palantir doesn't do nothing. And a lot of people hate on Palantir and they don't understand Palantir, especially the people that are hating on Palantir on YouTube. And that's okay. You guys have your right. That's fine. I'm just saying I see it from a different point of view. I dig deeper, a lot deeper than a lot of people. And I'm just sharing my thoughts with you. With that said, I truly hope that Palantir is able to shine. I truly believe that Palantir is one of the main companies in our country and in the world. And I do believe that the next couple of years is just going to be effed up. And Palantir is going to be at the forefront, not just with the three, opportunities that I mentioned, which was $1 billion each, but mega opportunities. And as per Dr. Alex Karp, which a lot of people are like, oh, you can't take his word because he promised us 30% CAGR and now they don't talk about it. Okay, whatever. But in the letter to shareholders at the earnings, he says the four quadrants of the United States, north, south, east, west, I mean, they're a little bit different, the quadrants, but the four parts of the United States can be $1 billion opportunity each instead of $1 billion total each. So we'll see what's going to happen. At the end of the day, Palantir still has a moat. At the end of the day, Palantir has a track record of starting small with clients and expanding after clients understand how absolutely useful Palantir is. A lot of people don't like Alex Karp, and that's okay. But Dr. Alex Karp is what built the company to where it is right now. A lot of people say that Palantir is not profitable. And in theory, yeah, they're not profitable, stock-based compensation and things like that. However, they do have cash flow. A lot of people say Palantir is going to go out of business. This is not going to happen. Palantir valued at where it is right now is just on the commercial side or just on the government side. And Palantir should easily be double the price of where it is now. None of this is financial advice, purely, entertainment and education, but that's my personal opinion. Most of the analysts, except for Bank of America, which actually raised the price target by $1 of Palantir from 13 to 14, which is okay. They're the only analysts that actually analyze military. Everybody else is using Palantir as a software. That's it. A software product. And is that fair? I don't think so. Where half of your spending comes from the government, and I believe like a third from military, how is it possible that you have analysts that are not analyzing you as a defense company at all? It's not that you are a defense company, but it's kind of like Tesla. Is Tesla a tech company, or is Tesla a environmental solar company, or is Tesla a car company? Tesla is far from a car company. And to analyze Tesla the same way you would analyze Toyota is just insane, right? So that's kind of with Palantir. You can't analyze Palantir and correlate them to like just a snowflake, for example, something like this. It's not going to work. You also can't use Palantir and correlate them just to Lockheed and Martin. That's not going to work either. Palantir is somewhere a cross between the two, for example. Guys, thank you so much. Please give me the likes. Please give me the shares. Please give me a subscribe. I really do appreciate it, and it really does help my channel grow. Again, I want to say thank you so much to Ether Squared. I want to say thank you so much to Adam for coming down. The guy from Long Island is Adam as well. And thank you so much to Ether Squared's friend who came with him from Spain, the cameraman. I appreciate you all, and I have a banger of a video coming out next week. If you can't wait until next week, please click on one of these links. As I said, I have extensive videos on everything that I was talking about today.